What's up, YouTube? And I'm going to dive right into the subject. I want to ask a question. Why aren't you using Robinhood to trade stocks right now? Why are you not using it? It's a great tool. Listen, for all you people who are serious about this, before you even get into this video, just go below. There's a link. You can download it. Use my reference link. Trust me, you'll get a free stock and you can get started with me. All right? You'll get a free stock just for setting up your own brokerage account with Robinhood. But let me ask you guys a serious question. Why aren't you using Robinhood? I just wanted to read something out of this book here because I'm really into the stock market, and I wanted to talk about some really great companies because a lot of companies don't get as much coverage as other companies because they're not as controversial. They don't need to be. The company I want to talk about is J.R. Smucker Company, and this is an excerpt out of the 100 Best Stocks to Buy for 2018. When this book came out, I knew I had to get it, right? I marched right down to Barnes & Noble's, and I bought this book, Peter Sander and Scott Bobo. This is a great book, all right? Features new information on stocks in a volatile market, navigating through government policies, investing for retirement. Something they wrote about J.R. Smucker Company. Now, a lot of people don't understand the Smuckers Company, you know, like the jelly and stuff like that, Smuckers. But let me tell you a little bit about the Smucker Company and some of the other companies that they do business with or own or manufacture and produce. So Smuckers manufactures and markets products under its own name as well as under a number of household names such as Crisco, Folgers, Knudsen, Hungry Jack, Eagle, Carnation, Pillsbury, and Jif peanut butter, right? Not just jelly. So if you've ever had jelly growing up, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, you looked at the Smuckers and then you didn't even know that Smuckers owns Jif, the peanut butter that you used for your sandwich. So the question is, why aren't you using Robinhood, right? You're talking about probably one of the best stock brokerages since its inception in 2013, right? So out of California, of course. And let me tell you something, commission-free trading is amazing. I, last year alone, saved over $1,200 in commission fees trading with Robinhood, right? How do they compare with other brokerages? A lot of other brokerages sometimes in some ways may have other investing tools, like they can give you a DARS rating of a stock or whatever, but I'm a very independent person. Most people, they invest in stocks through their 401k, retirement plan, whatever. I like to have a portfolio to manage personally for my own sake, right? And I like to do individual investing. I like to be more hands-on, and I like to play with the market. So that's one of the reasons why, although I have Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, and all those other things, right? I have an E-Trade account as well. I really actually do. So in that sentiment, here's the thing. What I'm doing right now is I'm beefing up my Robinhood portfolio, and the reason why I'm doing that is because it's commission-free trading. It's like a separate business. I tend to be a little bit more riskier with it, but I say that, you know, I'm eliminating a lot of the cost and the risk value of stocks anyway by saving on my commission fees, right? Now, is every stock available on Robinhood? No. There are some downsides, right? But a majority of stocks, any stock that's on the NYSE, okay, you can find on Robinhood. There are some stocks you may not have access to, but very little. I mean, some of the biggest stocks companies out there you can find on Robinhood. So anyway, why aren't you guys investing? Okay, so not only do I read a whole bunch, okay, USA Money Today, the E. coli breakout, right? Watch out for those letters. That's why I've been ordering my sandwiches lately while I've been in Brooklyn here. I'm on a business trip, I'm in my hotel, and I've been avoiding lettuce on my sandwiches. Don't give me any lettuce. But let's take a look at some of these things here right? You got the Dow Jones, the S&P, the Russell, so, and then you got the NASDAQ composite. Some of these, numbers are quite impressive. And in fact, today, because I think they're going off the day prior. Some people tell me that I'm kind of like a throwback, because I like to read newspapers and stuff like that. It's so old-fashioned. I'm kind of a vintage person. But that's fine. I like being vintage because I stay educated. As you can see, the financial columns here. I'm just wondering how many of you guys still think you shouldn't be investing in Robinhood right now. Let me tell you, great. It's SEC approved, okay? So you don't have to worry about anything, all right? And these numbers here, I usually like the Wall Street Journal. Let me tell you something. USA Today, it's free, it's complimentary. My hotel's been allowing us to look at it. I've just been looking at some of these stocks. Look at TripAdvisor, all the way at the top. Now, that's something that's really, amazing. At the price of $47.62, going up real high, year to date, wow, percentage, 38.2% year to date. So, these are some stocks that most people don't even really look into 1%. Electric Arts, EA, Noble Energy, IPG. Monster Beverages is tanking a little bit. American Airlines down. Yesterday, Walmart stock down. Because they, spent $16 billion to buy 77% stake in Flipkart. So there's a lot of different reasons why certain things are going down and going up, but why aren't you using Robinhood to trade now? Listen, guys, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter. I'm having a great time here. I'm actually in Queens right now. Mostly been in Brooklyn for most of the time. I have not been in Manhattan. I'm thinking about going there tomorrow afternoon, walk around, hang out, sightsee a little bit, get back to what I do usually. But just a little, teaser. This is what you can expect, guys. So, really and truly though, you should be using Robinhood. Open up your own account right now. Invest if that's what you want to do. Listen, disclosure, I'm not your dad. I'm not one of your parents. I'm not your surrogate parent. Invest at your own risk. Do what you want to do. Do your research. I like to read, obviously. You ought to read. You ought to do some research, right? It'll make you smarter, and you don't have to walk around like an imbecile all the time. Learn. Okay, subscribe to this channel. I'll tell you a few things. I'll teach you a few tricks. You don't have to walk this earth alone with no knowledge, wondering where you're going to get knowledge from. You take the trip with me. I'll take you halfway there. The rest of it is on you, all right? All you got to do is open up your brain, use your imagination, and think of assets and liabilities. That's all you got to do. I wish I didn't have to say, use your own judgment, because the truth is assets always trump liabilities. If you have more assets, you have liabilities, you don't have to worry about what I have to say, right? If you understood that concept, right? If you're going to go out there, invest a little, and then have a whole bunch of liabilities, and then when you see that you're taking dips and you're losing money and you don't have the risk factor, your risk tolerance together, and you're just being a weirdo, it's not my fault. That's you, all right? Use Robinhood now, commission-free trading. Come on, guys. Let's get with the program. See you later. Subscribe.